All right. Well, greetings, everyone. This is a Healer series that we are experimenting with. I'll use the word experimenting with Nick and Lonnie. We're going to walk you through this, and it's going to be an ongoing series. We'll try to do it every weekend of this month, and we'll see where things go. So, well, greetings, everyone. If you'd like to take over, Nick or Lonnie, whoever.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Ivan. Thank you for allowing us to share your platform. Thank you for allowing us to reach out to your millions and billions of audience. You know, all the obviously the cool kids of the universe are the ones that work this. So my name is Nick Harrison, and
my name is Lonnie. Nice to meet you guys. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Give us a break. It's our first time, by the way.
Yeah. So it was just a little background. My first session with Ivan was April 2nd, 2016. So between April 2nd, 2016 to today, I've booked a total of 63 sessions with Ivan. So it's I don't know where I would be right now if I had never connected, or if I never come across your YouTube channel, or if I never had that outlet, had the private sessions to really process experiences, really to process things and techniques and what as my ascension and channel started to open. Things would be a lot different if I never connected with Ivan. So thank you.
So my name is Lonnie. I've had not as many, nowhere near as many sessions as Nick. Maybe like divided by 20. Just kidding. I've had a couple sessions with Ivan, and he's amazing. Thank you very much for your guidance. Got a lot of clarity. It's actually direct. And like sometimes I meet like other people. It doesn't always resonate with me, as in like I feel like there's a lot left unsaid that I could understand more. But with Ivan's sessions, I was able to get a lot more enlightenment in that span of time than I would with a couple others. I would say it's a very nice, clear, direct channel. So it's awesome. It's cool. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And then, so everyone knows, hopefully a lot of you guys know, Ivan's background in, the world of spirituality. Let's have Nick share a little bit of his, and so you guys can be a little bit more familiar.
Yeah. Why even listen to us? Why even watch or listen to what we have to share? So I'll give the short version of a little bit of background. It was, I don't know, I would say going into 2012. So about the end of 2011, going into 2012, is when I had my real first exposure to what people would call like conspiracy theories. I had a cousin who was very I don't know, not to leave in a derogatory manner, very flat earthy, we'll say, very about exposing deep shadow government, 9/11 was an inside job, the moon's fake, the Hollywood is run by aliens, and yada yada yada. And at this moment, this wasn't the first time, by the way. This moment he shared how he kind of got on his soapbox, was like, man, he's like, you guys don't know, you guys are blind, you don't see this happening right in front of your eyes. He's like, what do you think, Nick? What do you think? And I was like, well, you're talking kind of crazy right now, but I know I don't have enough inputs to give an output. I need to get more sources. I need to get more data before I can really tell you you're right or wrong with any of this stuff. And that going end of 2011, going into 2012 is when I really kind of got in a deep dive of this type of work, spirituality, metaphysics, all that kind of stuff. Pardon. Can we do a quick mic check, Ivan? If you want to say something.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. For a second, I thought the mic was cut out.
Very good.
All right, good. So,
Okay.
Going into 2012, I went deep into. I was on YouTube pretty much every day, researching everything I could have possibly researched, going back and forth between my cousin, giving me topics, alien videos, Federal Reserve videos, all these other kinds of things, and I cut meat out of my diet. My intake, I was making sure I was drinking a gallon of water a day. I was going and spending an hour a day in nature, hiking, and my cousin suggested The Four Agreements, a book, Don Miguel Ruiz, and Asking It Is Given from Abraham and Esther and Jerry Hicks. Those were the two first things I dove into. And after reading those books, there was a Vortex video that Abraham channeled. And during that, I'm watching it on YouTube, I'm in my office. During that video, the Vortex video, is when Abraham started to come through. I got kicked back in my chair, and I felt this suction punch come through my heart. So it was boom, 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 my heart was pulsing, and I didn't know what it was at the time. I didn't know what it was, but it was probably a good solid 4 or 5 minutes where my heart was pulsing. After it finished, I was kind of on the floor, sweaty, just kind of collecting myself. Whoa, what was that? What happened? But that moment happened in the middle of a Abraham channeling from Esther Hicks. Fast forward about a week or two, I'm driving, listening to an audiobook, and I was listening to the audiobook of Esther Hicks, same channeling, and then my head turned and bam, 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 I was getting the same pulsing on my third eye while I was driving. So what ended up happening was my heart chakra opened up, my third eye opened up through these channelings, and then I started to see energy. So as I was going hiking, thank you. As I was going in hikes, I could see energy fields of trees. I could see energy fields of a dog, a cat. I can see auras. I could see orbs. I could see squiggly lines, which were, what I learned to be called fairies. So I started to peer into the fairy realm. I started to peer into the angelic realm, and that's when I started to see energy. And little by little, I have the details in another video, and we can link that on the bottom. But the short version, that's how I started to peer into outside of our visible light scale and see other dimensional beings and start to pick these things up. This was end of 2011 going into 2012. So the fast forward a few years, getting beat up a little bit from the universe, fast forward some tough life lessons that had to present themselves. I ended up getting hired at a metaphysical store here in the Bay Area. I had a Reiki attunement. I had my Reiki master certification, started to be able to heal, and I started to book Ivan to teach me how to channel. I was not comfortable being a professional channeler. I was comfortable being a professional healer, but I was not comfortable being a professional channeler. And that's when I probably booked, 2 or 3 sessions with Ivan to learn how to consciously channel. So I was being on this side of the table, being in the doing these services professionally. That's when the big shift started to happen in my abilities, in my skill set, in my gifts. So much more than just Reiki symbols started to come through, because I was getting more opportunities. I was getting more touches with clients and customers, 4, 5, 6, 7 a day, whereas before it was maybe 3 or 4 throughout the month. And yeah, so it was about a year and a half that I was on this side of the table, doing services, doing professional services. And
So what is it that you're able to do now, though?
I am able. So I would consider Ivan and even Esther Hicks like a full body channel, where the being will come through and see and speak. I would consider myself a full body healer, where beings will come through, multiple beings will come through and assist with the healing technique. So it's the first little bit of time, it was Reiki symbols I was using, but over the more and more I used it, the more other techniques and other stuff other healing channels and sources started to come through. Yeah. So and throughout this course of time, I was always booking sessions with Ivan.
Cross-checking. Right?
Yeah, I needed to fact check what was happening. I needed to figure out what was this. I saw Cinemaster Buddha on my left. I saw a little gray alien pop out of a crown chakra. I saw ancestors. I saw, all kinds of stuff. And just, being able to have Ivan in private sessions to bounce that back with and converse with that back with, it was very, very, very helpful. So the super, super abbreviated short version, that's who I am. And, thank you, Lonnie.
Applause,
thank you.
This is a golf clap, though, I think.
Yeah. Awesome.
Nick is actually quite amazing. FYI, Safety Against Ivan, amazing. Nick will maybe in the future share a little bit more about what he can do. It's just like a layer.
Yeah, this is the
to be continued. You got something for you guys to discover. As for me, I'm amazing, like everyone is in this world, just a different level. I haven't been able to fully awaken my gifts yet, so let's see what I don't know, how can I describe myself? I've been into spirituality or spiritual stuff since I was probably when I started questioning religion, which was when I was in elementary school. That's when I kind of felt like something's wrong in this world. Like, is this really unconditional love? I don't think this is. And then, little things here and there just hit me in the face, like, hey, check out this other outlet of things to learn. I delved into a little bit of like Wiccan stuff. At the time I was young, everything was just under witchcraft, right? And then I guess I learned more terminology and then delved into different things. New paths started opening to me. I started feeling things. Let's see. I don't see things like Nick and Ivan do, but I would randomly see, I don't know, they'll just give me random glimpses of I'll see a soul of a deceased person just passed away recently. I just need to connect real quick. I would sometimes see colors, lights, either very little, just a really brief one, or a crazy one that'll just hit me out of nowhere. And that was an awakening, literally. No pun intended. There you go. Then I guess I have a very strong sense of knowing. It's like a trust thing. I don't know, something that I was able to develop just by being more comfortable with myself. I do a lot of dream work. Everything comes to me in dreams. It's a pretty crazy world out there, you guys, when you sleep. And that's my story, I guess. I've been through a lot, like Nick said, a lot of knockdowns in the world, and I'm still here today. Made it through the storm. Yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed our little intro. It's a little long, sorry.
That's good.
Can we share your soul lineage?
Oh yeah, sure.
So yeah, Lonnie has a very special guardian being, a mummified royal that is in another dimension, that's in a meditative state, that is projecting piece of that consciousness into Lonnie's physical right now. So she has basically a very powerful protector. And then even beyond that, Lonnie has achieved goddess level from crystallizing and healing planets. So she's...
I'm here to do the same thing for Gaia.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm doing it, you guys.
Oh.
But I guess easy to make people understand is if you guys ever play Final Fantasy X, I'm like Titus.
All right, got it.
Yeah. For all you out there, you guys will understand.
So that's a little bit of our background. The intention behind this this healer series, the intention behind really putting this together is that from what I've experienced on the other side of the fence, what I've experienced on what the common people would come in, and obviously people cast, oh, you know, am I going to win the lotto? Oh, does this guy love me? Oh, you know, the commonality, the common questions, like the groundwork, the basics of what, you know, kind of people come to a channeler or a reader or a healer for, and just being able to share my experiences and share what I've picked up and share to speak to a group, to a collective, whoever watches these videos, just what the pitfalls are, what the shortcomings are. Like why would someone come into a stranger, walk into a metaphysical store, come to a stranger, someone that they don't know me, they just saw my picture on the window, and come in and ask about, you know, Federal Reserve notes, come in and ask about love, and I can see their aura, I can see their energy field when they walk in, I could see where the cracks are, I could see the attachments, I could see where the blocks were in the chakras. I'm like, okay, Mrs. Client, I can fix this for you, but I'm not going to answer your question. You know, and just things like that, where I see challenges from the physical human ascending into the higher dimensions and the higher realms and becoming more of a meta-human, a metaphysical human. I see challenges in and we work very 3D jobs, 2D jobs, whatever you want to call it. I see challenges where people, you know, not just getting force-fed the materials and the books and the videos that are for public distribution, you know, the watered down stuff. That's where people go to first. You know, someone, oh, I gotta go buy this crystal. Oh, I gotta go buy this incense. Oh, I gotta buy this sage. And like sage is gonna solve everything. Like,
it starts with you.
Yeah, really, it really does. So not be dependent on anything, not be dependent on any a book or and this, Ivan, I'm sure you probably experienced some form of this, where people become dependent on a reader, or people become dependent on pulling their spread of tarot cards for the morning. Should I even get out of bed this morning? Should I even go to work this morning? Should I, you know, an astrological, you know, the flow for the day, where the planets are aligned. Like, yeah, these all serve purposes, and they're all other forms of information to share, but you know, we are the viewer. Is you're the creator. You're creator. You're co-creating with this place and everybody around you. Everybody has source energy coming through here. Everyone has the center of the sun, the photonic center of the sun, projecting the visible light scale through the center of their eyes. We are creating the reality, and unwinding and pulling people out of this, you know, oh, I need this, I need that, I need like, like, yeah, those serve their purposes to learn lessons from, but it's really the self work. So I'd like to share my, you know, sessions, my experiences, where I've gotten to this point, to really help the, I don't mean this in a negative way, but let's say the common person, the common man, to
The everyday person.
the everyday person to ascend, and then vice versa. I'll see the people out here in the conscious community or in the spiritual community that they're vegan, and they got their 200-hour yoga teacher training, and then they get, I call it or Savan Bomar, if anybody follows Savan Bomar, they call it the third grade syndrome. The third grade syndrome, where it's like you got to third grade and now you're the teacher for everybody else. You know everything, the spiritual ego. So it's like, here's this challenge coming this way, but then it's also the people that have picked up some techniques, have picked up some gifts, and kind of being able to not get disgusted with the physical realm, not get disgusted with Federal Reserve notes, not get disgusted with the way things are. You know, this is here. This is creation, and we're here to learn from it. We're here to overcome and be presented these tests. And
the power pretty much starts with you. It's in your hands, and we're here to just guide you.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, FYI, there is going to be a lot of puns and random quotes from me from who knows where. I watch a lot of movies, FYI.
All right. Cool.
I'm pretty sure there was someone that said power. Oh, it's Sparta.
Sparta. Right.
But a different rendition, okay? Sorry, guys. It was close.
Yeah. So, you know, really, everyone has this in them. Everyone has the ability to connect, their intuition. Everybody has the ability to heal. All healing is self-healing. And I really kind of want to just drive that in with this healer series, to where people can own that in themselves. People can take that with them, not get, you know, granted the distractions serve a purpose, but I want to be here to assist with that. And
I'm here to help and also learn. It's very 50-50. I like to learn. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you, Lonnie. Yeah, anything you'd like to add, Ivan?
No, yeah, it's good to share your abilities. You're ready to share it with others, as you can see, and you're ready to go to the next level, so others can experience this with you. So this is quite a big deal. So others are looking for the next level, and you can say technically you're going through that right now. So
yeah, thank you for that. It's like I see the pitfalls. Not that I'm trying to take lessons away from people, but just raise awareness to some potential strays. It's one big one I'll share this, is how being on this side of the fence, where I see other healers or other channelers have unhealthy relationships with money, have unhealthy relationships with Federal Reserve notes. And from a lack or scarcity mentality, they're withholding a channeled message. They're withholding information. They're withholding what comes through, to keep the client on the hook, to keep the client coming back. And when I discovered that from myself, with some of my teachers and some of my mentors, like, hell yeah, I got pissed off. Because it's like, it's not their decision what I can and can't see, or what I can and can't hear. So, just if everyone can get to their, so if everyone can get to that with themselves, to just be in awareness that these things happen, and to just have this for themselves, so that they don't get dependent on another healer or channeler, and that they, can ultimately sharpen that gift in themselves.
And we hope that it's an enjoyable ride.
Absolutely.
You learn better when you're having fun or enjoying yourself,
Yeah, absolutely.
in the positive sense.
Cool. All right.
So how we're planning to do the series is at the beginning, we're going to, since we're new, we're going to, keep introducing ourselves again. As we continue, we'll have things refined. So it'll be shorter, more concise, and everything, etc. And then we'll also bring up the topic that we would like to discuss for that segment. And we'll kind of brief you in on it too. And then we'll go into Ivan's amazing channeling. And then after the channeling, I will try my best to keep tabs of certain questions that I feel like either I don't understand or that it's something that maybe not a person who just entered this new reality, quote unquote, just to, have you guys caught up, because the most important goal is to have everyone be able to understand as much as they can, as best as they can, and just to help people out. Yeah. But yeah, so the end of the channeling would be like a recap / more Q&As for mainly me, for you both.
Or you might want to ask the entity your questions if you feel it's right to ask who's here too.
Yeah. So I will be doing that too during the session, but
okay.
Sometimes it's like, such as like, what's soul energy? I feel like we can answer, you guys can answer that, like certain smaller questions, or also when the like when you're channeling, like I get a little like, oh my God, like I don't know, there's so much information going on now. I'll hold it off.
That does happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I do public channelings, but when you do a private one, you get a different energy.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like a private session. It's not live or anything, so it's kind of like that. So you're gonna get a different vibe. Usually it's stronger depending on what's going on. So,
okay, we're gonna test how this thing goes. Bear with us, audience.
Yeah, let's test this out.
Yeah.
All right, so we're ready to bring in somebody.
Yeah, we have a few questions. You can ask the questions.
First, for anyone who has not met Ivan yet, Ivan calls in beings from the angelic realm, or alien beings, celestials, prime creator.
Yeah, we're gonna promote you.
Whatever.
There's gonna be a bunch of people. We're gonna send this to all of our billions of followers.
Well, yeah, I guess I did. I was when you're doing your introductions, like, crap, I wish I did my own. So,
yeah.
I've been doing this since 2015, March 15th, which is the Ides of March. So we're going into 4-year mark coming soon.
Oh my gosh.
So you can channel anybody. I haven't channeled like furniture or anything like that. I guess I can do that, but
or boxes.
I can do that, boxes, but usually it's entities, aliens, angels, guides. Usually higher self is called in, if anybody's wondering. Who is usually asked? Normally it's the higher self is probably the number one. So,
oh, really?
Sometimes it's aliens, but higher self is usually. Now, you agree with the higher self is a whole other story, but
I agreed.
yeah, some
might have to agree today. No, but it might hurt you if you don't.
Well, is there like just a super quick short version? Do you want to share maybe how life has changed in Ivan Teller's world since channeling?
Yeah, it's just before I started doing this, I was writing a book a fiction book. I guess I'll put that out there eventually, but I found channeling, just the idea of it came to me, or I looked on YouTube. Of course, YouTube has all the answers apparently. So whole life kind of did a 180 because I didn't know where anything was going to go. Okay.
So you were writing a book, and then you got into channeling, and
Yeah, just everything went changed to a 180 basically. Now I'm just connected to higher dimensional beings. It is a little bit strange. It's kind of going to the fourth dimension. And of course, when you go into the fourth dimension, everybody thinks you're crazy because it's like I never really lived that well in this reality. So recently, I've been connecting more cosmic beings that are beings that just fly around in space. Basically, they can be a human form at least, connecting to a lot of that. So it's more to the universe, basically. So just idea to give us a higher perspective. It does feel like 10 years from now, things are going to really start to shift. We're going to go through a lot of hard lessons, but like I said, it's like this is a prison planet, however you want to look at it. Technically, it is. When you have to go to a job every day, do the same cycle every single day. It's pretty much, it's like if you don't eat, if you don't feed yourself, good luck with that. If you can't work, it's just, so things are going to change vibrationally. We're here to clear, you can say bring in the aliens here in the physical world, or so we tap into them stronger. So the more we tap into them, the more they tap into us, the more we're allowed to open up the dimensions, you could say.
Cool. Sounds exciting. Thanks for starting us off on the channeling journey.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't want to be alone, so I invited you guys. Yeah.
Thanks. That must be why we came too.
Wanted some company.
got you, bro. Got you.
So, all right.
Yeah, cool. We'll leave it open for whatever being.
Oh wait, first we should give them the topic-ish.
Okay.
Today.
Got it.
So we decided for our first one is just something that's a bigger general topic. We are going to focus more on what Ivan kind of touched on, which is where humanity is as a whole, where we're going, and sleeping with Gaia as a planet herself, where she is, what she's going, the vision, how everything is, just how everything is as it is right now, and where everything is trending, projecting towards, and what we can do to, just along the journey, make things better, faster, easier, not less crazy. And then, where we are in the scheme of everything as well. Like, it's more than just the planet and us. Like if we say, just so you guys know, like if we fuck up this planet, doesn't really mean that we can go to another planet and do the whole entire thing. It's these lessons are going to stay. So we're going to start off with that today. Hopefully it enlightens some of you guys and resonates with you guys as well. Okay, and then Nick.
Yeah, you can ask the question, and then I'll do a little follow up.
Okay. I do feel it'd be like two entities. I think they already talked to me already, so I kind of have an idea. So, are you gonna do anything with your whiteboard or anything like that?
Not today.
Okay.
We can do the screen share down the road.
All right, that's fine.
If it comes up, maybe.
I mean, I have it set up. If the being that comes through asks, then yeah, but
I think it'll be all right.
Okay.
No rush.
Okay.
Just keep your questions. If you want to keep the being here, just keep whatever comes to mind. Basically, if you run out of something, I don't know how long we're gonna go, but we'll just see how things go. So
yeah, it's got a few minutes.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Blessings.
Blessings.
Blessings to clear the vibrations. I don't know what word to say, so we'll just go with that. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Greetings to you on Prime Career. Blessings, energies to you. And yes, connecting to your vibration is helpful for, yes, the higher dimensions to come through. The more open you are, the easier it is to connect. Many don't realize how blocked off they truly are. It's very difficult to bring in a message for someone that is blocked off, that doesn't really want to hear or ready to hear it. So realize some people feel like, oh, I didn't get the message I was looking for. There are reasons behind that. There's many reasons behind that, actually. So as you're, like the souls, two of you here, you're connecting vibrations to bring in a higher dimensional energy. I believe your question is about where the earth is going, or what is your question exactly?
So we have is separated into two sections. One is where humanity or the conscious collective is going, and that's one. And then the other one is just as Gaia herself, Earth, what her goal is, and where she's going, where we are right now.
Where the earth is going, it is having a difficult time finding itself. Some have versions of it, of what the ascension, what enlightenment looks like. But there is usually a barrier there, a barrier of conflict that the person doesn't have to change. Things just happen on its own. Change is good. Releasing is good. But not everyone's ready for release. What is bothering them? They want to hold on to this dimension, asking for higher dimensions, but still hold on to this reality. And technically, the idea is to heal this reality, to bring in a new vibration. Not that easy. Basically, you change the way, yes, you see things, you feel things, your interaction. You bring more of a higher dimensional energy. It does take time. Not everybody's ready for it, and even their family members aren't ready for you to change either. So that's why some don't change quickly or rapidly. It's a slow process. It's like the sun. The sun has energies around it that do take time to build for extra strength. You are changing the sun's energy as you speak, as you go. So just follow positive intentions. Be yourself. Be true to yourself. And just realize there is always an energy to let go of, a blockage. But just follow your instincts. Just be yourself, basically.
So right now, where Earth as a whole, humanity is at, would you say it's kind of at that one point where we make that decision that would kind of just affect us all? Like, I guess you can say it's like a choice point where you either go this way or that way, and that's it, in a sense.
Well, most of it is part of the matrix energy, as you call it, matrix. The ideas of the matrix, what is serving humanity, creating technically a slave race of ideas, slavery to ideas, being told what to think. The mind kind of has to be cleansed, opened up majorly. And many souls here don't believe. They believe they're on the right track, at least in this reality, and they are. For a matrix reality, they're doing just fine with that. But if you want a cleanse and removing of negative intentions, a clearing is needed. A mental clearing, you could say.
And that's where we are right now.
Yes, you are in a vacuum of change, removing the old world slowly.
Okay.
Even DNA is connected to the old world. Makes it difficult to release right away.
So there's the mental clearing, and then there's DNA clearing then.
The mental and DNA kind of go together when you want change. But then people want change instantly, and it does take time. Many aren't realizing that.
I follow. Thank you for that, Prime Creator. Yes. So when let's say a client comes to get a Reiki session, get an energy healing, magnet healing, whatever it may be, and let's say energies are being removed, energies are being pulled out, mental thought patterns, emotional charges, healing, ancestral DNA, genetic DNA. What happens when that person comes to a session? We cleared out what we cleared out. A week goes by, 2 weeks go by, and that person pulled those energies back in. So it's like they know they're in a place where they're experiencing anxiety or depression or those kinds of feelings. They get a healing, and then a week goes by, 2 weeks go by, they come back again, and their own energy field pulled some of those lower energies back in. How does that, I'm sure this is common, how does that affect the collective consciousness? How does that affect the bigger scale when people have the hunch to go and get a healing or a clearing, but then they come back and it's like they didn't really want it because it came back.
Well, they wanted it, but they didn't know how to sustain it. So they know what they need. It's like taking your medicine. They know they should take it, but then it's like, oh, just skip a couple of days. Everything will be fine. So it just shows in vibrational, they're not ready to go to the next level. But that's kind of what you're there for. I mean, if they're there just for one time, that is fine. If they come back to do another clearing, they're trying to learn, but others aren't really ready to learn. So at least they have their mind in the right set. They're just not ready to let go of their baggage, you can say.
Yeah, I'll share one quick example. When I was in my studying phase, my learning phase, every time I would go to a session or go to a reading, I would pre-write my questions ahead of time for experiences and feedback. That's what I did personally. In the year and a half that I worked at the metaphysical store, not one client would come in with already, not one client approached it how I approached it. And I know that it was consistent. I went there once a week for a couple of years. And now from being on the healer side of it, when I would get to touch a client consistently, once every week, once every other week, once a month, some form of consistency, it really provided that boulder, that push to where now they were in the position to sustain. So I understand some people will kind of come in one time, but is it really suggested that energy healing or energy clearing be like, I don't know, someone consistently working out or going to the gym or staying up on their diet? Is it really a consistent, habitual incorporating into life, into their life experience, getting readings or healings consistently?
Well, some do need it, constantly. It should remove blockages that they're not ready to take control of themselves just yet. Some of it's learning. It has some of it over their heads, and they just need some kind of guidance, some kind of clearing, because they're connected to negative vibrations that they can't figure out. So that's why they continue to come back. So it's necessary on a psychological level. It's like you go back for healing, not that it will truly work because they're going to bring in more baggage, but for that moment they felt better. It did do something. It's just they're not ready to clear the situation or don't know how to. So at least it's some kind of healing. It's better than nothing.
So just that, taking that step of even if they're not consistent, just taking that step, it changes the vibration frequency of our collective consciousness. It brings us closer to that goal that we're trying to achieve of clearing.
Yes, it adds a positive timeline to them.
Okay. So
and they hold on to it, but then sometimes they get taken off that timeline, and that's where everything comes back.
Okay.
I've seen that. Yes. Yes.
It takes a while. Sometimes a month, sometimes it's a day, sometimes take three months. Who knows? It's different for everybody.
I see.
So that's how humanity with planet is. But how about Gaia? What is Gaia herself, her situation?
Well, she wants all the problems in the world, or they would not be here. She wants to warn through everyone's problems. If that wasn't the case, you would not have this world the way it is. She wants to feel that prison mentality, but also she wants to be free. But she wants to feel everyone's problems. So she wants to go through it. She wants to go through all the abuse. It is like the forbidden planet. Because other worlds won't go this far. Somebody has to. She's not doing it to. It just, for her, it's her soul journey. And as you see, are all part of her soul journey. So for her, she has a lot of pain. Now she comes from another universe where everything was working out so well for her. But she has pain also, the same pain as God, basically. So you take a God energy and Mother God and combine them, and you bring everybody's suffering to one place.
Is that, I remember in previous sessions where it was either you, Prime Creator, or Archangel Michael shared how the darkness of the soul is needed here because of Gaia's soul contract with lower astral and the pain and stuff, the pain and problems that are present. If Gaia wants to learn through that with everyone, then everyone themselves and the individual have to kind of mirror that learning with their own dark in their own soul. Am I following correctly?
Well, as you can see, you learn from other people's problems. Is that pretty constant?
Yes,
Yeah.
I that did me a world's good. A lot of good.
Yeah.
Like with her connection with the lower astral, it's like, I have a problem now. So that wasn't always the case. She wasn't always looking for it. She got her in that situation with the beings she invited here. She knew what she was getting into. So she invited everybody to help her through this. And now you're all warning through each other's problems to get out of this, you can say. As you can see, there's problem after problem after problem. And some people don't feel like they have any problems, or people that actually have more problems than you might just not want to face it.
Yeah.
Kind of look the other direction. So
yes.
if they see this world as normal, I call that a kind of a problem.
So I see this world as normal. I don't see you as normal.
yeah. I see.
Yes.
Thank you for that, Prime Creator.
Can
you speak a little on about how one incarnation here is like the equivalent of 1,000 incarnations, or this planet is like equivalent to 1,000 planets with the lessons? And is this really because Gaia wants to present problems to learn from, and that gets magnified for every being that's here? Is that what equates this place as 1,000 worlds in one world?
Well, you can say it's 1,000 problems in one person. You have that's why insectoids are here too, because they bring problems. They bring their problems here. As you can see, you have fleas, you have all different types of insects mosquitoes bringing their stuff here. Is needed to add more difficulties here. They're warning, because they have worlds similar to this one to a certain degree. But yes, it depends on the individual. This can be 1,000 lifetimes, it can be 1,000,000 lifetimes. Like some of those that are in Africa going through a great amount of suffering can have 1,000,000 worlds almost around that where they're going. So that means they're really achieving quite a bit. Of course, not many are really to sign up for a lot of suffering as many do through starvation. So it all depends. It's different. Even the warlords here go through a great amount of healing. Even if they do a lot of negativity here, they still learn a lot. So yeah, it varies for every individual, but you can say all the beings here mostly insectoids do, because they bring disease around, they do add to your problems, and they're kind of there to test you even further. So, oh, you think you got out of here without a problem, huh? Think again. Like with diseases being brought around too. So it's just a way of soul expansion into the higher realms. And this world is needed to surpass many other realities. Many worlds are stagnant. They're not really growing. A world like this feels like it's not growing, but technically it is. You weren't here, and you go to those worlds that aren't really moving. And some do go into negative lifetimes on those worlds to get them going, to get them moving, not doing anything. Everyone's living a peaceful life, and no one's really growing. So they're to cause some mayhem there, you can say.
I see.
And many of you are the positive go there to heal those that went there. So
yes. I
I
follow. Thank you for that, Prime Creator. I'm just thinking. It's like, so let's say a human or a person's processing of their own problems per se, and that processing is filtering or absorbing their interpretation of their reality. And not only their interpretation of the reality, but from what I'm assuming, the timeline they're on, their own specific timeline they're on, their own soul group, the people in their family and their friends that exist within that timeline or that reality. And then because this person is in a problematic state, now they're projecting that reality, or they're projecting their timeline onto another person, and that you shouldn't eat meat, or that whole the earth is flat, the earth is round, the earth is hollow, the earth is whatever. So it's like someone in that state then goes and expresses themselves with those energies present, and now it's like, where does the problem get transferred, or does the other party project their problems back, or does the other party, I'm thinking collective on how to solve this type of exchange, heal the person's problems, or let the person heal their problems themselves? How's that? And I'm just thinking how many times I've seen this happen. How's the best way to exchange that problematic state or energies in between us and another person?
Well, there's different examples. Those that feel like the earth is flat don't see that as a problem. But yes, they might inject that into everyone's energy. It's like, because that's the reality where they find peace. That is a reality where life makes a lot more sense. They want truth.
Yeah.
For them, the earth is flat world is very truthful. So they're trying to inject their truth into your world but not everybody's connected to the same timelines. It works for some, doesn't work for everyone. So how to heal that isn't the easy. It's kind of like let them speak, let them get it out of their system. You're learning how to diversify your higher dimensional thinking. Is it an open mind? And to, once this person gets out their energies of this is real, this flat earth is very real, eventually they'll, they don't always want to see it your way. They want to see it sometimes. Depends on the person. They don't want to see it from your reality. They want to see it from theirs.
Yeah, good point.
The more open they are become, it's like there's a million different earths, a billion different earths, a trillion different earths. Open your mind to that. Let everyone else open their mind to that too. And you won't have less conflict. Of course, you have a whole nother subject to go through.
Definitely.
A whole nother, it's like, but from guides, see, it doesn't really matter what reality you come from, just make it easy for everyone to understand and not to throw it out, bog it down. But the reason they're so passionate about it, because they want to they want everyone to feel the freedom they feel
I see.
from that reality. So it's a warning point of view. It's a lot of, you're going to expect a lot of this, and as you go into more of the fourth dimension or fifth dimension, it's going to be some conflict, but it's good conflict. And realize the rest of your world has recognized flat Earth, which is fascinating. So much more is coming, though.
So what? I'm sorry, Peter. So where are we right now? In what dimension are we? More of 3D right now? Are we close to 4D, or some of us in 5D? What is that? What state are we in?
Well, this energy, this discussion we are having is more of a fourth dimensional energy around it. But those that are very connected to the material world, the drama world of your third, basically the ideas of your third dimension is usually a third dimension energy. That majority is connected, but they do at times go to fourth dimension. Like with love, some do go to the fourth dimension or fifth dimension, and then some dive down back into the zero dimension, you can say.
Oh wow!
Depending on the relationship status.
Okay.
So, like a relationship can take you very high, and people feel that. So take that and magnify it through your whole life and remove all the tension. So everyone has this experience of fourth, 5, and 6 energies. You just don't know it. So it's different for everybody, basically.
Okay. And where would you say Earth as a collective, or humanity as a collective conscious, where are we mainly at in the scale?
Early stages of fourth dimension.
That's great.
So yes, technically it's in the third dimension, and you're in 2 dimension on certain levels. But globally it is going more into the fourth dimension. The reason being, we're not have conversations like this or technologies like this. It will not exist. You will be on a typewriter sending letters to each other. So we are making progress.
All right. Cool.
I did not know that technology plays a part in dimensions.
It can't coexist. It can, but when the fourth dimension opens its door, technology goes with it. It's easier to function. Of course, it does get manipulated, as some of you know. But that's the process.
Do you have any other questions?
So, yes, I do. I'm Kurt. I'm wondering, in your eyes, what is the trajectory of humanity in the next, 10 years? Like, what course are we on?
A lot of hard warnings. A lot of ideas that many are going to have trouble getting their mind around. A lot of children are going to see these things as, yeah, that makes sense. Of course, some of the parents say, no, it doesn't exist. So we expect more spotlight into the higher dimensions going into your mainstream eventually. It's taking its time. Many are rejecting it right now in the higher realms of your Earth's consciousness, but it will eventually find its way in the mainstream. Basically, souls want to find more happiness. As your economy is testing people, relationships are testing. Nothing makes sense anymore. People are going to get tired of the old negativity of the reality. So, but you're going to be heavily tested throughout this next. You're always tested, but now the higher dimensional energies are going to get more alien-like, and expect alien sightings. Your third eye opening, because it's just time to break open, you can say, the champagne of the higher dimensions. So, in due time.
To that.
Let's get that fourth dimensional bottle popping. Let's do it. Yeah. Thank you, Prime Creator.
Thank you. And then, with that being said, the challenges are, is it going to be pretty much what we are currently experiencing, just personified, more intense, or is it going to be something new? Like, I guess with more alien sightings, maybe that'll bring a different set of problems.
It's going to be different for everyone, but of course, those of you who are connecting more to the higher dimensions, expect more alien pullback. As you connect more to the alien beings, you're going to feel their tug of war with you. saying you're not ready. You say, yeah, I am. I'm going to go back and forth with them a little bit. Some beings don't want you to awaken, and that's part of the test.
Oh,
Making peace with those causing distraction. They're putting ideas in your mind to keep you at a low vibration. It's like, I don't need that anymore. You clear it out. And yeah, it's a fourth-dimensional war, you can say. But many of you will start talking more higher dimensionally about spirit guides, aliens. It's like you've graduated into that realm of this reality. Will feel like a ghost reality. It's like it technically already is for many of you. You see it, but you don't really connect to it. So you're kind of like a ghost in a lot of ways. Like, I exist here, but I really don't want to. I want to go somewhere better. So you're already disconnecting. Those that don't are very social. They already show that. Some have been doing it their whole lives. So the doorway to higher dimensions does take time to open. But you are there knocking at its door, you can say, or opening it, depending on the person.
So then, is this with the, say, like the more alien things, no pun intended?
Yes.
Is it going to be something that, like, I would say, I don't know, 80% of the world is going to experience, or just it will still be a small percentage of Earth?
Small percent right now. Numbers will increase, but at a slow pace. You're slowly getting used to this. So imagine yourself 10 years from now. It's like connecting to aliens won't be a big deal. You're still getting
in 10 years, it's going to be very normal.
We spiritually doesn't mean they'll show up in the physical. It depends on them, what they're allowed to do. And most of your reality is still holding on, as you can see. But it does not mean you will not be heard. That your crazy ideas will be heard by the collective that is part of the program, the Archon programming, which is at many levels, as you can see.
Yes. Thank you for that, Prime Creator.
Thank you, Prime Creator. Are there, I don't have much more messages for Prime Creator. Do you? Are you okay? Prime Creator,
yes.
do you have anything you'd like to share with us? Any messages?
Yes, of course. There's also a special guest. But before we bring that special guest in, it's basically humans are going to get more comfortable with themselves. More like, I'm in my shoes, I'm in my skin, you know, whatever race you are, more accepting of it, more accepting of other people's races. Right now, race is being used as a manipulator on your world by higher dimensional beings that don't like humans very well, don't like them at all. You will soon learn that. So some beings incarnate into a race they don't like, so that way they can show negativity and cause more negativity around. It's kind of like a bomb, kind of here to blow themselves up, energy-wise, not literally, but to bring in low vibrations. There are many here like that. They're in your gangs. You're even your politicians. Many of them don't like humans at all. Of course, they don't care about the race. They don't like humans at all. So they're going to be going against everything that will help humanity. You know, they'll go, no, 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 no. And there's many of those. So you will notice that more and more. Because many of you want to free the earth. So we'll see more of the true colors of who is manipulating your reality.
Okay. Well, that will be a fun ride.
Yes, give it 5 to 10 years for most of this to open up.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Thank you, Prime Creator.
Yes, there's another one here. So before a short segment, blessings.
Thank you, blessings.
Thank you, Prime Creator.
Greetings. We are from the Zeta Collective. We are time travelers. connected to your world, observers, but also assisting where we are allowed to. You're humans here, yes. I've lost self-love, as you can see. It was taken away from a child perspective. As yes, a child is full of love and adventure, and it is slowly drained out of them as you have to provide for yourself. So that is a trick of your elite system. So you are basically part of the system. So imagine a child born that feels like it can connect, open up to the guides, powers, and allow that to continue throughout their life. And those in a group that understands what's going on, they can clear out dark entities and help you just heal the old vibrations of the earth. Because the new generations are going to see the old timelines that have been tampered with on many occasions. This is how you heal your earth. Their generations, your new generations cannot be tampered with. Yes, it will go through some tampering, but the more they are allowed to be free and protected spiritually, you will see a whole nother generation of earth come through. And your earth's vibration will change dramatically. Now, many parents are hitting their kids and slapping them around and putting diseases, that they think is medicine, all done on purpose. Even the parent is doing it to their kid, as many of you know. So this is how your earth will change. Education. Hardcore education, you can say.
Thank you for being here.
So any questions for us before we leave?
Yes. So the new generation, what is considered as a new generation?
Well, it's technically every generation that is born into your world. Every newborn is a new generation. And over time, humans are just going to look at your children a lot differently and protect them more and more and more, vibrationally protecting them. It is already happening, but it's at such a small percent. Imagine those magnifying, going worldwide. Not to say you can't change things, you will. But realize also those that are not tampered with too much will open up their chakras to be able to fly and go into dimensions themselves. So it all starts in the home, you can say. So it kind of gives you an idea of how much many are talking about the new earth, but getting there is another story.
Can you please care to explain to us what the new earth and old earth is exactly?
Well,
and how we can tell which one we're in?
Well, vibrationally, many of you are connecting to the new earth to bring in new ideas, as what's happening here. Healing energies, new Reiki techniques, that's a new earth. You're slowly bringing in those downloads. And you have a large population here, so it takes time to heal a population. Now, with UFO disclosure, alien disclosure, well, humans here will discover more of their alien DNA. Some will be born with maybe they're already now, but it'll be over time. Some will be born with 3 fingers or 4 fingers, and it will look very alien. It's done now, but it's more humanized. Over time, because they want to remember their alien self. So they'll still be human, but they'll have an alien type of look to them. They already do technically to some degree. But that will be stronger. So expect that to expand. So the old earth is just old. The conflict of your old world. Violence, murder, that's the old earth. Disease. Now there is disease in the 4th dimension, but it's not as strong as it's here. Mm-hmm. So there's always challenges in every dimension.
So how would we know it? So I'm going to assume that, please correct me if I'm wrong. Old earth and new earth, it's still on the same physical plane.
Well, vibrationally, the new earth is on a vibrational plane. is energy.
Oh, okay.
It's another dimension. But you're bringing that dimension energy through you. So you become less non-physical, become more fluid. So you can experience that here, and many of you are. But to truly be on the new earth, you'll be able to float, go through objects, channel easier, and not go through headaches of depression.
Okay. So right now is kind of like where we're kind of like in the middle of new earth and old earth.
Yes.
And we're still in that transition phase. And how long would this transition phase be in our time? Like what I would foresee as time?
Well, in your time, the new earth is already going through you if you wish it to. But worldwide, you have to connect to humanity's consciousness, and you kind of see where it's going. You see new earth ideas coming through all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It just takes time to let go of the old program, clear the mind of the old earth. Easier said than done. Many are not ready to leave, as you can see.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really called a divide, but in some ways you can say it kind of is, because you're going into a new realm. But then again, you have your arms open to everyone else, so it's not technically a divide, but you do see things differently.
That's interesting. So when a transition is over, would new earth and old earth still communicate as it does right now? How people who are transitioning are able to kind of have one foot in both worlds. But
yes, both worlds will coexist. You'll feel more of the fourth dimension world, but you'll also be still connecting to this world. It's like for some, they will disappear, others won't. They're going to the fourth. Either someone will die and be born into the fourth dimension. It's different for everyone, or some will just coexist. Some will just see it, but they know they need to be here. So individual is different for everyone. As you can tell, many are holding on to this reality. Not going to be easy to let go of. And some of those that are like that are criminals from other planets. Not everyone's like that, but there's quite a few. It's like the criminals from other worlds come here, incarnate, cause difficulties, and share that. This is normal, buying all these things, being negative, whatever it might be, being even abusive. So even those that are child predators are villains from other worlds. Not all of them, but quite a few of them are.
Okay, that's interesting. So, in your perspective, your eyes, then, where do you see humanity going in about 10 years or a little bit after 10 years? My time.
Well, yes, in 10 years, many of you will be seen as outsiders, however you want to word that, but disconnected from reality, kind of delusional, according to your main society, but also many in your main consciousness of the third dimension, when they connect to the way you see the world, will feel more healed. Depending on the person, will feel just more, wow, I just feel more alive. And that's what you're offering humanity. Of course, there are others, as you said, criminals from other worlds are here that are going to be attacking this establishment, because they know how to manipulate others.
Mm-hmm.
So
where would your where would Zetas play in the scheme of things as it is right now?
Well, we assist with ideas, technologies. We can't show up in the physical because our form is too bizarre for your world to understand. Does not mean we won't make appearances or show, but we are not allowed because of violence in the world. We put ourselves in danger, but downloads of disclosure are getting stronger. There are some brave aliens that will make themselves appear, get even closer to you in time. So basically, your personal disclosure is going to strengthen. So we are just observing, but also assisting for new ideas into the new earth. If you're comfortable with that.
I'm comfortable with that.
I'm comfortable with that.
Not
Definitely am.
everybody is.
Yes. We're here to assist. The other question is, this is a little off topic, but just to clear the air for some people, I know that Zetas do have a bad rap from some people in the spiritual community. Would you care to explain a little bit as to why that is and what is actually your stance as a whole? Like your...
Well, yes. There are many different Zetas. Some are here to sabotage your Earth. Some are here to assist it. There are different Zeta programs going on. Some abductions that cause much difficulties. Some of those beings had no idea they were causing a difficulty for your society. They thought that was normal. They truly are that disconnected. So in their minds, they were doing what's right. Now, some Zetas, yes, were not reproducing correctly. That's not all of Zetas. But basically, our collective is assisting you at a higher consciousness, not to interfere, but to assist for your highest good. And yes, our looks aren't. Some of us are another version of you. There's different. We are time travelers with our energy. We don't have your challenges. We have other challenges, but we are here basically to assist worlds like yours that have lost themselves. Many of us were created just to assist worlds like this. So we don't have the emotion, so don't get pulled into your emotions. Because we can get psychic attacked by humans very easily. So without emotion, we don't have that problem. We do have emotions, not the same though. So.
I see. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Do you have any questions, Nick?
I'll just leave it open if there's any last messages from the Zeta Collective.
And if you'd like to expand on anything that we just discussed as well.
Just be yourself here. Trust yourselves. Many are, yes, as you say, is that true? Is that not true? Is this reason being that because the soul is having conflict, and some of that's manipulation coming from outside. Yes, some guides can be tampered with by alien beings such as reptilians, can tamper spirit guides, even take over a spirit guide's energy. And you can connect with this. It is part of the challenge of being here. You're opening up a new world of ideas, trusting yourselves. A whole new level of trust, trusting your higher spirit energy, that you are on the right track. You connect to others to find your direction. So just sometimes you have to try new things, as you know.
Yes, that's how we grow, I believe.
That's all we have at this time. Is there anything else for us?
I think that's about it. I would just like to be clear that some of the negative interactions with Zetas were done not because the Zetas feel like it's negative, but I would say it's because they feel like they're doing something positive, but in the human eyes, it's done in a negative way.
Well, some are a negative energy. Mm-hmm. Yes, they do exist. Some do it. And you can also add that to beings that feel like they're not doing anything wrong. There are some like that.
See.
So that's usually how it works. They don't feel like they're doing anything wrong, and they abduct thousands from your world for their own experiments, their own doing. So yes, there is many that have a negative agenda, but don't see it that way. So.
Oh, I see.
But yes, there are many here to attack your vibrations, shut you down, and cause basically nuclear war, you could say. Mm-hmm. But we're not here to connect with that.
So just to recap that too then, would you, the Zeta Collective is mainly here, I would say, to assist humanity.
Yes.
Okay, and it's just, I would say other people's agenda have been highlighting the negative more than the positive?
Negative is very easy to remember. The positive was we're not seen usually. You know, we don't show up and give you flowers. As much as many of us would like to do that, we're not allowed to do that.
Yes.
So we're not exactly the best at advertising ourselves.
Okay.
It's this thing, because we're not really here to get involved. Others get involved and they break the rules. And of course, everyone's going to remember that.
Yes.
But if you're going to remember a Zeta Collective, that's just there to give you a hug, because we don't do many hugs. But yeah, so that'll be breaking the rules, basically, if we did that.
So I would say that for Zetas to show up, since you're not supposed to really interfere, showing up as a, like, for humanity's conscious collective to be seen that publicly is something that you're not allowed to do. But on an individual, personal level, is that something that Zetas can do?
It is being worked on at this time, yes.
Okay.
So the hugs are on the way.
Yes,
And the flowers, flower giving.
and the flowers.
Yes, for the Zeta coming, yes. If a Zeta came and gave you a hug, it would be kind of breaking many rules of our observations. So
Okay.
Astral hugs in the meantime.
Yes, astral hugs and kisses, basically, and yoga dances and all that. Yes.
Sounds like a party.
All right, astral party it is.
Yes. So much love to you all.
Thank you. Much love to you. Thank
Thank
you for your messages.
Yes.
For
Blessings.
coming through. Blessings.
All right, greetings.
Welcome back.
So,
All right. Right on. Thanks.
sounds different. Yeah.
Thanks, Ivan. We had a special guest come through, so that was cool.
Yeah. So I'll like to say is
Yeah.
Ivan, when he does his channeling, doesn't always remember everything. So I personally, for me, I like to ask Ivan, did you remember anything? What did you get from the channeling?
I just remember Prime Career came through. Yeah, I don't remember anything he said, actually. The only thing I saw was like, yeah, yoga, dancing, or I don't know what that is. So I just remember. Well, I felt the Zeta was going to come through before we started.
Oh, okay.
It was something different. So they had a message. So there's more to it, but they kind of keep it on the light right now before they go any further. But
Yeah.
I don't really remember I don't remember anything right now.
The Zeta's message is really cool. Pretty much like the saying, like the next generation is, like, what was this?
And morphs or something. Yeah, that I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the children is in the childhood about self-love being removed even in the home and from the parents. And so as we get into the new world, new earth, how the household dynamic and how the caring for a child is getting a lot more prominent, so that they can stay at a higher vibratory state and experience self-love.
Yeah, I could feel. Yeah, that they showed me that. Now I'm remembering. Yeah, they showed basically just kids born. Put any stuff in them, and the family understands. Everybody's understanding, because you go through a lot of tests when you open up, keep your abilities open. So you get weird visitations from. It's kind of like what the American Indians kind of grew up with. I think they imagine those in Tibet grew up in the same type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually become. We got a while for that, but that's where we're heading. So.
Yeah. So I was kind of confused, like about the New Earth stuff. I don't really get, I guess, like when going to the New Earth, it's different for everyone. I'm assuming that you kind of, if you're in the New Earth, you're in the New Earth, right? And you don't traverse anywhere else, really. And if you're in the old Earth, you're in the old Earth. And then even if you can see the New Earth and everything and kind of are in it, but I would say those people are more in the old Earth. Even if they are supposed to be in the New Earth or whatever, is because because their contract, like the ones who are going to stay to keep the link, I would say, would be in the old Earth. I don't know if I'm making sense.
It's all an interpretation. Some people say we're in the new Earth right now, and I don't know.
I don't think so. I've been waiting for this, like, I don't know, some crazy thing to happen, like rainbows will come out of my eyes. Just kidding.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's yeah, like the event, or just it's vibrational. You just shift, and I mean technically you can be wherever you want mentally. So it's all.
It's like as your center point of consciousness is projecting the reality, the higher you get, the more new Earth actually comes through you.
Yeah.
So you bring in new Earth until the collective gets there.
Exactly.
But in the meantime, there's like a buffer, like a spongy in between, that we're in between, and the new Earth is in essence kind of coming through our projector. And that's where we're at now. Eventually there will be a point where everyone is there.
Okay, so as long as there's people in old Earth, then it will still be a transition period?
Yeah, we're in transition. A long
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, we're gonna be for everyone to move up.
And it was really interesting when Prime Creator was speaking on problems, and how Gaia brought in everyone's problems to experience and learn from. And it's like, and I've heard this in other environments where it's like, if you don't have problems, you're not doing enough. And Prime Creator kind of, in his words, in his way, said the same thing, where you're in another reality, another planet where, it's stagnant, it's not growing because there's no challenge, there's no friction, there's no pressure. Yeah, it could be a positive planet, it could be a positive incarnation, but there's still no growth. Where here, because of the compounded problems and interactions, and even like some people will interpret a problem one way, and to someone else that same thing may not be interpreted as a problem. So that was the first time that came through. So I'm gonna work with that.
I felt a lot of because I felt Mother Earth. I mean, it's this world has been predicted to go in this direction. It wasn't 100% where these things are going to go, but once Mother Earth connected to the lower astral, and then it's like, oh well, that was fun while everything was going well. No, now we have a problem.
We bring in the fire trucks. Let's fire out.
Yeah, I would say the Atlanteans did the first murder, from what I can feel, or the first war, but also the first murder, from what it feels like. But
wow.
From what I can feel from that.
So talking about Mother Earth Gaia, with all the problems she's bringing, it's safe to say that, like, what Prime Creator is saying, Mother Earth is her own soul, so she's like a being just like all of us, but on a grander scale.
Yeah,
and then we're just here living on her.
I see her as like Mother God, the way I see her. So
we exist within her, and she exists within us.
Okay, and so pretty much like she has her own things, and whatever she has to go through, we'll have to go through too, and it goes both ways. So all of our soul contracts means that they're also her soul contracts. Is that what it is?
Yep. Yeah, you see all the abuse and everything goes on here, she goes through it too. So
interesting. So at the end of the journey, it would be for her to ascend and go into and be the new Earth once we're done. And
like Prime Creator said, if if she didn't want that kind of problems, it wouldn't be here.
Mhm.
So even abuse and that kind of stuff happening in the human realities, it was like Gaia drew it in. If she didn't draw it in, it wouldn't be happening on the physical state.
Okay.
So
Yeah, there's always worse. There's always better.
Just keep drawing in higher new Earth,
Yeah.
5D stuff, and then everything else will just trickle down.
So is Gaia God energy then?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you guys care to explain what God energy is?
Source energy, just supreme being. I mean, we're all gods, the way I see it. We're just here as a human experience. We're just living this, but we all have these abilities ourselves in a higher dimension. So we're all creators. We all got issues, depending. So no.
Okay.
All right.
So just manifest a big purple dinosaur to come save us. I don't know why that came to mind, but
Barney? Oh, I'm just playing.
I know.
rainbows kind of out of our eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put like a crystal right there though for him. This is the new Earth, Barney. He's got a vortex Vogel crystal coming out of his third eye. You know what I'm saying?
That's like Transformers version of Barney.
There we go.
Exactly.
And then do you guys want to explain a little bit about the insectoids being here and the problems and like what disease is, I guess. I don't know if that's a big topic or not. We can do another time, but
Be good for another time. That seems
that's like a whole nother. Yeah, what was that one movie, Ender's Game?
Oh yes.
Yeah, Ender's Game, where they blew up an insectoid planet.
Yeah.
But they thought so that would be.
Yeah.
There's a lot to share with that, but
apparently there's a lot that we haven't heard. I mean, I channeled positive insectoids and I get like a thank you from them. So
oh god.
So
sorry.
oh, feeling a bit weird, huh? I wonder why.
Yeah, like I'm so ready for like first global communication with aliens, but I'm just not ready for bugs. Not that.
Oh, yeah.
A humanoid in size.
Oh my god, like
insectoid being.
It's just freaking me out a little bit.
There's one right over your shoulder.
Oh my god, don't even do this.
I saw a big orb, just slowly go from the top down in your video. A big one.
That was an insectoid. See, I told you. No, I'm just kidding. Lonnie has many orbs, rainbow-sized orbs, color orbs.
That was a big one.
Probably about a beach ball size and different and bigger.
Yeah, like a baseball size. Yeah.
You got company. We all got company.
Yeah.
Company.
So it's I'm just living life.
Just jump on your purple dinosaur and ride on out there.
That was the orb.
Yeah, they got the purple dinosaur got your back against.
Heard our calling.
I saw a purple dinosaur. I even see it's like blowing bubbles or something like that. So.
Bubbles of creation.
Told you dinosaurs are here.
So I'm gonna say that the insectoids that we were discussing with Prime Creator, we're talking mainly about insectoids being on Earth, the Earth version, like what we see insects as, right?
Yep.
And those insects have like a bigger reason than just what we know it as, which is like they decompose things, I guess, and poison things sometimes.
Yeah. They have their evolution, just like like humans, like a Neanderthal human compared to like a human now, or even like a pig. The pigs we see here is like the first version of a pig, but they're evolved scale. There's humanoid pigs, there's multi-dimensional humanoid spiritual pigs, and same for everything: elephant beings, rhino beings, all of that. So some of the insects and the mammalians and all that kind of stuff, we're seeing the first couple versions of them, but they've evolved just like we've evolved as well. So there could be insectoids that are powerful healers. There could be insectoids that are
There are.
channelers and psychic gifts as well.
Mhm.
And the opposite of that, the lower 0D insectoids and all that jazz. So there's many versions of them and all the others that are here.
You know, is there such thing, since we're talking about numbers and dimensions, is there such thing as a negative dimension? Like, you know, we go 0 to
Yeah.
above. Is there like -1, -3?
I'm sure there is.
Oh.
Um,
I was like, oh
if
god,
3D
it's
is
not.
bad, I wonder what negative 3D is. You know?
No.
Dang, like
The Matrix, everybody's, we're all machines flying around eating
yeah,
people all day or something like that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
yeah. I
Well,
mean, there's probably
yeah.
levels to lower astral, if anything.
Ugh.
You know.
Goes on. Oh yeah, you get chemtrail. The actual plane comes and chemtrails you or something like that. It's like, jeez. I've seen
Yeah.
people that should tell me about that. I mean, what I see with insectoids, they're like one of the first alien beings you can probably connect with. You know, there's a whole bunch of them. They reproduce a lot faster than anybody else. So,
How
it
fun.
seems. So, you know.
I rather do fishes. They reproduce fast too.
Okay.
And then what was the talk about with like 1 million worlds and like, I don't know, 1 million or 100 worlds and 1,000 worlds in one or something?
Oh, just that you learn from this world one lifetime, it'll take other lifetimes, other worlds, like 1 million lifetimes on another planet, or 1,000. It all depends on what we're talking about.
Yeah, so
So
one incarnation on Earth with the amount that we're hit with here at this time, the amount of lessons, the amount of tests, the amount of agreements, the amount of manipulations, the amount of the way things are inverted, and people are taught and programmed and conditioned into you need the lower ego to get you Federal Reserve notes and houses and cars and all of that we deal with here in one lifetime is what Prime Creator was referring to as equivalent to 1,000 other planets with the like what we have 1,000 planets worth of compression and pressures and tests here. So it's like we want the PhD. This is what I share with clients. It's like, you know, oh, you want the PhD? Well, you're going to have to go through the PhD curriculum to get to hold the PhD diploma. You want the master's degree? You got to go through the master's degree curriculum to hold that diploma. So it's like here we want I've heard this place called as like an angel academy, where you're hit and condensed and pressurized so much here that's what one Earth lifetime is holds the courses to of 1,000 or more 1,000 lifetimes or 1,000 planets in one.
Interesting. So then what we gain from that, like a stronger soul?
what I got, even some of those souls that went through a lot, like 1 million, worlds in one, 1 million lifetimes in one lifetime. Some of them still don't learn anything.
Oh, great.
they keep lining up future incarnations and future lifetimes.
Yeah, it's like
to keep getting hit in the head.
Well, it's like if they're a warlord here, they've been through like all of this. They go to other worlds and do the same damn thing. So they didn't learn anything, but they have all this vast knowledge now that they can use to manipulate other shit. It just goes on and on.
Oh
so.
Man,
that's intense.
I think
version. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I wanted to do like one specific next healer session on what is really obtained from a challenging lifetime and then a spiritual gift. Like, yeah, like you might be able to see future timelines. You might be able to read energy fields. Like, what comes from the PhD or what comes from it. Like, we can have that be a whole
Okay.
a whole nother video.
Tune into that one, you guys.
Okay. All right.
And then, shoot. Well, I mean, Archon programming. I think that's another world in itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have that be a whole nother chapter.
And then I guess timeline and soul group is like another. It's another huge topic to touch on.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think we can touch on this one, which is like, what do you mean by? There's two questions. What do you mean by mini worlds or stagnants? Like, I mean, if they're positive, isn't that what we're working towards? Why does it matter if it's stagnant? Wouldn't you just want to incarnate on another world that's not stagnant to, learn from? Can you just leave it?
Some are, they want to grow, but they don't know how.
Oh yes, I forgot to ask.
It's like they go, it's like, here, let's grow, let's throw stuff at each other or whatever. Well, you're just such a nice person, though. Oh, we just love each other. We can't. It's like they're not gonna be like a bunch of teddy bear worlds. Like we can't grow at all. So they have to send like a reptilian. We'll help you grow. We'll mess.
We got this.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some like some want to be a paradise world, and that's fine. It's like everything's good, everybody smells good, everybody smells like perfume, everybody's swimming. Nobody has to, do human functions that you do here. Procreate, whatever you want to do.
Uh-huh.
And there are other worlds that want to grow, that are stagnant, that want to grow but can't. They don't. So that's what our world comes in. Or somebody else can get involved with that.
So then, what's the end of the goal for the planet then? Like for us, Gaia, she evolves. Like, is there just what happens when there's no more conflict? It's just when like the planet itself decides that we're good where we are. We don't need anything else.
Well,
That is a great question.
Well, I think there's always going to be conflict, just different types of conflict. There'll be a new conflict. You keep going. You keep topping yourself.
The fourth dimensional conflict, the fifth
Exactly.
dimensional conflict, the 12,000th dimensional conflict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're here to figure that out. So
we don't know what's the end of the line yet. Like,
there is an end. So like worlds like this will be like peanuts. It's like, oh, that's no big deal. We got this world where everyone's,
Yeah.
everybody, whatever it is.
okay.
Carpool, a tiny car or something. I don't know, whatever. So, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm excited to know next time what happens when the world is, I don't know, like I guess when the world decides to stop growing, or I don't know what happens. Like I don't know, we just collapse and break up, and then it just starts a new
The
one.
source just retires. So it's like, you know what? Time to hang up the jersey.
I mean, just
I
like,
call it a day.
just one planet, not like all like everything, just like that one planet. Like, I wonder what happens. But I guess another question that was brought up too was flat Earth. Like, what is it? Why is it important to even talk about it? Like, why was it brought up with Prime Creator and everything?
Should we do a whole nother one on flat Earth?
Yeah, that's a hot topic, but yeah, I think flat Earth would be a good one.
Yeah. So the short version, okay. The timelines for an individual that they're experiencing on exist within each chakra. So just to give you an example, crown chakra, let's just say 10 timelines, third eye, 10 timelines, throat, 10 timelines, 10 timelines. So you got, let's just say 70 timelines that your consciousness can be shifting up and down at any time.
Mm-hmm.
People that are on a flat Earth timeline, they're on that specific timeline within that specific chakra of themselves. So it's like every cell in their body, every ounce of them believe that the Earth is flat.
Yep.
So when they get stimulus from a book, or they see a movie, or they see the UN symbol or little things in movies, they're because that's the reality and that's the timeline they're in. Their mind will start to bring them, and this is just where they're comfortable at. That's where they're happy, or what Prime Creator said, where they're that's not a problem to them, that flat Earth timeline. Me personally, I'd probably say I'm more of a hollow Earth timeline, just with what has come through astrally and that kind of stuff. But so I'm on that particular timeline. But the why it was brought up was when we were talking about the problems, where the just kind of how the problem exchange is presented and expressed. Where if I'm on a flat Earth timeline and you're on a hollow Earth timeline, you know, really just being in a place of listening what that opposing timeline individual has to share, like listening to and being open to someone being on a hollow Earth timeline, and then vice versa, the hollow Earth timeline person being open and listening to the person on the flat Earth timeline. So it's like they all exist. It just depends on that individual's, you know, what timeline they're in within their own chakra system. And Gaia's chakra system and Gaia's timelines, or the, you know, Akashic records, or whatever you want to call it, the energy field that carries data in Gaia, that timeline will sync in with the timeline that the individual person's on. So that's why all of the flat Earth stuff will get projected back at them. All the hollow Earth stuff will get projected back at them.
Interesting.
They're synced in with that Gaia timeline. But yeah, they all exist.
This is a very big topic indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, you guys ready to wrap up?
Yes.
So, okay.
Thank you so much, Ivan, for your awesomeness being here.
Yeah. One of Lonnie and I have already talked about it. You let us know when it's vacation time, because we'll treat you. We'll take you out to sunny old California.
I mean, not that it's not sunny in Florida.
Yeah, you know, you're in a pretty good spot, but you know, just when you want to come.
Okay, of course, definitely. We'll see what happens in the future.
The liberal vibes.
Yeah, definitely. Just go there, fight the Illuminati over there. Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, it's I would say it's lighter in the Bay Area.
That's good. Well, they need to be light somewhere.
Yes.
It's their headquarters there somewhere.
Yeah. Facebook, Google.
That's right. Yeah, you can find Nick's information in the link down below. You have a video there, and yeah, that's about it. Anything else? Any last words?
I would like to say I'm on the Hollow Earth timeline, even though I don't really know what we're talking about per se. I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lonnie. Yeah, and thank you, Ivan.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you guys all next week.
Okay. All right. Much love, everyone.
Bye. Bye.